Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm bringing you Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Core Class Optimus Prime. Now, this new Core Class size does replace the Battle Masters and Micro Masters from the previous Siege and Earthrise lines. And I'm not sure why they made these figures this small. I know there is an image of Scorponok holding a tiny Optimus Prime on the Earthrise Scorponok box. But I do think there's something deeper or something more that these figures will be integrated in. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the Titan class arc coming up, but I'm just kind of curious why they made these figures this small. It does make sense with Vertebrake and Rat Trap, as they are, smaller by nature, but this Optimus Prime kind of has me baffled here. So anyways, enough of my babbling. Let's take a look at him in package. You get a very cool piece of artwork there with Optimus Prime and the arc. Speaking of the arc, crashed into the mountain there, the volcano, the lava running down. Very cool. Loving this new Kingdom artwork. Very, very cool. So there he is in packaging. And not too much for the packaging. On the back you get your product shot. It does convert in 11 steps. And that is about it. So we will crack this guy open and see what this Core Class Optimus Prime is all about. Okay, so here we have the Core Class Optimus Prime from the Kingdom line out of the packaging. And let's take a quick look. And this guy is very small, but for such a small figure, he does actually have a lot of nice detail. Now, looking at that head sculpt, you do get that sort of powder blue paint for the eyes and the nice silver paint on the face mask and the crest. So very, very cool. You get some nice silver paint on the smokestacks here, as well as on the abdomen. A lot of nice silver paint, and you do get that sort of metallic blue for the windows there. Yeah, so for a figure this small, actually a lot of nice little detail. So going down on the legs, again, you get some silver paint there. And that's about it. He has some huge ball joints here. We'll get into articulation in a sec. But just going around the figure there, he looks from the back. A little bit hollow on the legs. Not a big deal. So just a quick size comparison before we get into articulation, just to actually show you how small this guy is. Here we have Beachcomber from the Power of the Primes line. So they're about the same size. Maybe Beachcomber's a little bigger. Let's see here. Yeah, so it's basically the Legends class size, I would say, is the new Core Class. And who else do I have here? I got Combiner Wars Power Glide. So let's bring him in here. Haven't seen this guy in a while. And he is about the same size, I guess. So very comparatively, they are about Legend size, this new Core Class. So there they are. Quick size comparison there between some older figures. Now let's get into articulation here. Optimus Prime's head is on a ball joint, so you have a full 360, and it does come off. Look at that. Yeah, it is on just not even a ball joint. It's just this little peg there. So yeah, be careful. That'll pop right off, but you do get a little bit of range of motion there. Now you do have some swivel here on the shoulders, and you can do a full 360. And you do get, because of that big ball joint there, you do get about 90 degrees on the elbow. And there's no hand articulation, but you can take these fists and put them, ooh, it's very tight. You can put them in like that, and you can plug in some other guns and effects like that. So that's a very cool option there. That's very tight on my figure. So you do get some articulation on there. There's nothing at the waist. The legs there's some articulation there. They're on ball joints there, so you can do the full splits. And the knees go about 90 degree, a little bit over 90. And nothing, there is a knee swivel, and there's nothing really at the thigh. And the ankle, there's no ankle articulation. So it's a bit limited, but for this size class, I think it's adequate. I think it's enough. So very, very cool. And also he comes with the accessory. He comes with his iconic blaster here. So let's just set him down. And he's a little bit tricky to stand up. So I've had him fall over a couple times now. So anyways, he does come with his iconic blaster, which is just done in a sort of not quite black, sort of a almost very dark smoky gray. So there it is. Not a whole lot of detail. And it does fit in his hand, although this is a 3mm peg, so it does kind of stick up. And again, this port is very, very tight. So it does sort of stick up, which I think looks kind of silly. I mean, I do understand why they did it because this is so small. But yeah, it does look a bit weird. He's just kind of holding it like not quite in his hand. So anyways, I'm not sure you know, from that angle it looks pretty cool, but from any other angle it just looks a little bit odd to me. Now you can take this. Let me just put him down again. Now the outer part of this is a 5mm peg. So if we, for example, bring in Beachcomber, that actually does fit in Beachcomber's hand just very nicely. So you can get some other figures and put them, use that with some other 5mm ports. But for now, let's just plug that in here. And again, on his other hand, so for example, you can take, you know, you can switch that off and put, I don't really have anything. I have Ironhide's gun here. Let me just see if we can plug that in. Yeah, so you can you can have something like that where you can fold his fist in and plug some other weapons in here, which actually that looks pretty cool. So there he is. So let's pause and get him into his vehicle mode. Okay, so here we have Transformers Kingdom Core Class Optimus Prime all transformed into vehicle mode, and let's take a quick look at how he looks. Now from the side, he's not that great. You do get a little bit of detail on the tires there, which is nice. There's no paint, it's just black plastic. He does have some gappage going on here, and it does not look that great from the side. But from the front, it looks very good. You get that really nice silver paint on the grille and some nice sculpted detail there. You get some paint on the windows. And you do get the Autobot logo there on the side, so that kind of breaks up the side of the figure there. And this is how he looks from the back. You do get a little bit of detail on the back of the truck there, but other than that, not a whole lot. He is not that great in vehicle mode. From the front, he looks okay, but yeah, it's not that great. I think the robot mode looks way better. And also this part on here, the flap that covers his head, it does sit pretty flush. I keep pressing it, but it sits pretty nicely on top of there. So anyways, and there is a port on the back here which you can plug his gun into, so it's very nice. You have weapon storage, so you can plug that in like that. Now bringing in that Beachcomber, Power of the Prime's Beachcomber, just as a size comparison, you can see how small these core class figures really are. So just putting them side by side here, you can see just how tiny that Optimus figure is. So it's very interesting because in not vehicle mode, in robot mode, they are basically the same size, but in vehicle mode, they do differ quite a bit. So very interesting. Anyways, yeah, I'm very curious about how this whole size class, especially the Optimus Prime, fits into the whole Kingdom line. I'm sure we will see as more things are revealed. But anyways, thanks for watching. It's been Matt in Japan. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.